So we're talking about the digestive system, and the digestive system contains or includes the alimentary canal. So the alimentary, this is what starts with the mouth and goes through the body until things exit via the anus. And so what is interesting about this alimentary canal is that it is compartmentalized, meaning that different parts of this canal, this tube that goes through our bodies, has different functions. This is also sometimes referred to as the gastrointestinal tract. So this is called the GI tract. However, that does not include the mouth and the esophagus. So that term doesn't include those two parts. The gastro generally means stomach, and then the intestines. So the alimentary canal is what is typically used to describe this. We also have accessory organs. So these are the structures that are not part of the tube, but play an important role in digestion. So for example, we have the organs associated with the oral cavity, right? Which include, like, for example, the tongue, the salivary glands. When we get down into the stomach and into the small intestine, we have a structure that is close by, which is called the pancreas. And you might know that the pancreas also plays an important role in the endocrine system because it produces insulin, but it also plays a role in digestion because it produces a lot of enzymes. So we have two roles of the pancreas. The production of enzymes is what we're going to be talking about this week. So we also have the liver. So the liver plays an important role. One thing that it does is it produces bile. And so bile is important in the breaking down or the breaking apart of fats in your digestive tract. The liver also plays an important role in other functions, like, for example, the storage of glucose as glycogen, and then also toxins that we absorb across our small intestine. That blood goes to the liver to be filtered so that those toxins can be removed or broken down. So those are the primary accessory organs of the digestive system. I forgot to mention that we also have the appendix, which is actually a little bit connected. It's actually connected to your large intestine, a part of your large intestine called the cecum. And we mentioned the appendix, or you might have heard the appendix mentioned in relationship to the immune system, because it plays an immune role in protecting the digestive tract from bad microorganisms. So let's look at our digestive system here. So you can see the alimentary canal, right? It goes all the way through. And this alimentary canal is really interesting because it is like a canal within our body that is connected to the outside, right? So stuff that we take in our mouth contains all kinds of microorganisms and things that could get into our digestive system. So when we look at the structure of these digestive organs, what we don't see here in this diagram is that the digestive organs, specifically most of them, like from right here down, are in your abdominal cavity. And so in the abdominal cavity, they actually sit in a space that is fluid filled. And so, like your heart sits in a space that is fluid filled called the pericardium, and your lungs sit in a space called the pleural cavity, right? Our organs of our digestive system in the abdomen actually sit in this space. So this space in the abdominal cavity is called the peritoneal cavity. And this is a double layered. And so just like with the heart and the lungs, we have a parietal layer and then we have a visceral layer. So the parietal layer is what lines the cavity, right? The wall of the cavity. And then when we look at the visceral layer, this is what lines the organs or the viscera. And so when we look at our digestive system, these organs are actually, if we did a dissection, they're actually contained and kind of held in place by connective tissue. And this connective tissue is referred to as mesenteries. So we have mesenteries that hold the organs in place. So there is some abdominal organs like the kidney, which is actually sits behind that space. So the kidney actually is what is said to be retroperitoneal, but our digestive organs sit within this space and they're held in place by mesenteries. And so that is the basic structure of our alimentary canal.